Do you feel so crowded in the virtual world, yet so lonely in the real world? We live in an era where our existence is measured by how many eyes are watching, how many thumbs press the like button. We race to polish our faces, looking for the best angles and showing off the beauty that should have been a secret. It feels enjoyable, for a moment. But be honest with your heart tonight. When the screen goes dark, when the praise goes silent, is your heart at peace? Or is there a gaping hole that can never be filled by human praise? Today, we will walk together, tracing the footsteps of a servant who was once lost in the glare of the world, until finally finding a way home that is full of tears, yet soothing to the soul. Let's turn back time. There was a time when the standard of happiness was so simple yet misleading. Do I look beautiful today? The morning did not start with Bismillah, but by checking notifications. The closet was full of clothes, yet not a single one was designed to cover, but to wrap and reveal the curves of the body. The Prophet ﷺ once said in a hadith narrated by Muslim about two groups of hell inhabitants he had never seen before. One of them is women who are clothed yet naked, walking with a swaying gait. At that time, this warning felt like a passing wind. This heart was covered by black stains of accumulated sins. As the Prophet said, every sin is a black dot. If not repented, that dot will cover the entire heart. That is what was felt. Proud when private parts, nakedness, was praised. Feeling alive when beauty was exploited. But my friend, Allah is all jealous, Ghayur. He does not let the servant he chooses continue to drift away. That feeling started to appear. Not happiness, but anxiety. Why does this praise feel tasteless? Why every time uploading a photo is there a fear of losing validation? That is the first sign of guidance, Hidayah. Restlessness in sin. Your natural soul, fitra, is screaming, asking for its right to return to the Creator. That turning point does not always come with a big bang. Sometimes, it comes through a soft whisper named Haya, modesty. Suddenly, there is a sense of shame to leave the house with revealing clothes. There is a shame that this skin Allah created is enjoyed by wild eyes that are not lawful. The Prophet said, modesty does not bring anything except goodness alone. Bukhari and Muslim. The first step was heavy, very heavy. Satan whispered fears. You will look old. Your friends will stay away. Your career will be ruined. But look at this moment. When that cloth first covered your crown. When your chest was covered perfectly according to Allah's command in Surah An-Nur verse 31. وَلْيَضْرِبْنَ بِخُمُرِهِنَّ عَلَى جُيُوبِهِنَّ, and to draw their veils over their chests. When you looked in the mirror with that hijab, you did not see an old-fashioned woman. You saw a woman who was being honored. You saw a queen protecting her dignity. Tears fell. Not because of sadness, but because of longing. It felt like breathing freely for the first time after drowning for so long. This is just the beginning step, my friend. Your body is covered, but the real journey has just begun. Because hijab is not the end, it is the opening gate to further obedience. After this physical body is covered, there is another call rumbling much louder in the chest. A call from the pillar of religion that has been collapsed and abandoned. How long has this forehead not kissed the earth? How long have we ignored the call, Haya ala Salah, come to prayer? The next step is wudu, ablution. The Prophet ﷺ said in a hadith narrated by Muslim, when a Muslim servant performs ablution and washes his face, then every sin looked at by his eyes leaves with the water. Imagine that moment. When cold water touches your face, it feels like not only dust is washing away, but also the burden of the past. There is an extraordinary awkwardness when standing on a prayer mat that might be dusty. The mouth feels stiff when saying, Allahu Akbar. Satan whispers doubts. You are a hypocrite. Just yesterday you sinned, now you want to act holy facing God. But fight that whisper. Allah does not call the holy. Allah calls those who want to repent. Recite Al-Fatiha with a stutter. Absorb the meaning. Iyyaka na'bud wa iyyaka nasta'in. It is you we worship, and you we ask for help. And the most crucial moment arrives. Sujud, prostration. In this lowest position, your defense collapses. Sujud is the position where a servant is closest to his Lord. That is where the crying breaks out. A cry different from before. Not a cry of despair, but a cry of longing of a child finally coming home after being lost in the wilderness. Ya Allah, I am dirty. Ya Allah, I am ashamed, but I have no other place but you. In Quran Surah Al-Ankabut, verse 45, indeed prayer prohibits from immorality and wrongdoing. Hijra is not only about what we do today, but also cleaning up what we left behind. The toughest challenge for women of the end times is in the palm of their hands, the smartphone. You open your gallery, thousands of photos, hundreds of memories, photos when your aurat was open, when you were proud of the beauty enjoyed by thousands of strange, ajnabi, men's eyes. The heart is in turmoil. It's a pity, this is a holiday memory. Or, in this photo I look very beautiful. But remember this terrifying rule, continuous sin. Sin that keeps flowing even when we are stiff in the ground. Are you willing that your photo revealing aurat continues to be looked at by men, arousing desire, and the sin continues to be sent to you while you are being tortured in the grave? There is no bargaining. Delete. Maybe your followers decrease, maybe your likes disappear, but know the promise of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Verily you do not leave anything for the sake of Allah, except that Allah will replace it for you with something better. Narrated by Ahmad. You are no longer a slave to validation. You have liberated yourself. Your change will surely provoke reactions. Old friends who used to invite to uselessness start feeling uncomfortable. There will be sarcasm. Wow, new female preacher. Or, acting so holy now, you're not fun anymore. You are not losing friends. You are being filtered by Allah. Allah is separating who will hold your hand to paradise and who will drag you to hell.